If you have read anything about Javonte Williams over the last year, it might make you wonder how this guy is actually an NFL running back, which is grossly unfair on a lot of different levels. Williams' competence as an NFL player has been questioned perhaps more than any other peripheral/role player in the league, and now, as he enters the 2024 season as the likely starter for the Dallas Cowboys, maybe the tide is turning back the other way. Bleacher Report's Mo Moton predicts Williams as one of just a handful of running backs poised for a breakout season in 2025. Williams could have a career year with the Dallas Cowboys after his production tailed off over the last 2 seasons with the Denver Broncos, Moton wrote on July 13th. Williams racked up 1,219 scrimmage yards and 7 touchdowns as a rookie in 2021, both of which are his high-water mark to date. In the following season, he tore his ACL, LCL, and posterolateral corner. Over the last 2 years, he's averaged less than 3.8 yards per carry. Now that he's multiple years removed from that injury, Williams can claim the lead position in the Cowboys' wide-open backfield competition and show flashes of the player who accumulated 1,200-plus scrimmage yards before the injuries. First signs of hope for Cowboys RBs. Getting any sort of outside positive encouragement, even from a sports writer, has to be looked at as a good thing for the Cowboys and their running backs room. One of the things that was mostly lost in last year's disastrous 7-10 season was running back Rico Dowdle rushed for over 1,069 yards and 2 touchdowns as he averaged 4.6 yards per game. Somehow, the Cowboys didn't value that production enough to make an offer that might keep him around, and he left for a 1-year, $2.75 million free agent contract with the Carolina Panthers, where he'll be the backup to Chuba Hubbard and could split RB2 duties with Travis Etienne. In his place, the Cowboys made a lot of small, uninspiring moves, led by signing Williams to a 1-year, $3 million contract on March 10th. Bleacher Report's Alex K. had Williams on his list of stay-away free agents in the 2025 offseason cycle. Teams should be wary of valuing Williams as a high-level starter, K wrote. While he flashed promise as a rookie in 2021, he suffered a torn ACL the following season and hasn't been a consistent ball carrier since. Williams averaged just 3.6 yards per carry in 2023 and 3.7 yards per carry in 2024. His lack of rushing production can't be blamed on his supporting cast either, as fellow running back Jaleel McLaughlin and rookie Audric Estime both topped 4.0 yards per carry this season. Cowboys added 2 running backs in 2025 NFL Draft. The Cowboys didn't stop with Williams as far as off-season moves at running back. Dallas also signed Miles Sanders to a 1-year, $1.337 million free agent contract on March 14th and added a pair of running backs in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Cowboys drafted Texas running back Jaden Blue in the 5th round, number 149 overall, and Clemson running back Phil Maffa in the 7th round, number 239 overall. When it comes to Dallas Cowboys left offensive guard Tyler Smith, all roads lead to him the highest-paid player at his position in NFL history. Whether or not it's the Cowboys and how much they pay is entirely up to owner Jerry Jones. Smith's esteem in NFL circles only continues to rise, and so will his asking price, despite his team's struggles. Just how great he's been through his first 3 seasons was underlined by ESPN's annual position rankings, where he was ranked number 2 among interior offensive linemen in voting from NFL executives. Kansas City Chiefs center and 2-time Super Bowl champion Creed Humphrey took the number 1 spot. Smith, 24 years old, was also the youngest player to make the top 10. The Cowboys exercised the 5th-year option on Smith's contract on April 21st, which would pay him $21.271 million in 2026 without an extension. Smith is due $2.5 million in 2025 in the final season of the 4-year, $13.8 million contract he signed after the Cowboys selected him number 24 overall out of the University of Tulsa in the 2022 NFL Draft. The buzz surrounding Smith popped in the voting, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler wrote on July 12th. He wasn't on every top 10 ballot, but most of the votes he did get were for first or second place. One knock is over-aggressive, which gets him out of control at times, but his penalties dropped from 10 to 2 year-over-year, according to Pro Football Reference. Either way, Teams can live with Smith's aggressiveness because if he gets his hands on you, it's over, an NFL coordinator said. Smith's dominance apparent from start. While the Cowboys struggled to a 7-10 record in 2024, they were 12-5 in each of Smith's two first seasons. He started all 17 games as a rookie and has started all but 4 games over the last 2 seasons as he's been named to his first 2 Pro Bowl teams. Smith, 6'6" and 332 pounds, will be counted on to take over a leadership role after future Hall of Fame offensive guard Zach Martin retired following the 2024 season. If the Cowboys stay on their current path of not giving contract extensions until after a player's 4th season, Smith could be in line to surpass the 4-year, $84 million contract extension signed by Philadelphia's Landon Dickerson, the current high mark for NFL offensive guards. Spotrac currently has Smith projected to receive a 4-year, $76.4 million extension. Cowboys continue to draft OL in first round. The Cowboys have drafted offensive linemen in the first round at an alarming rate. Drafting Smith in 2022 can't be questioned. Drafting Tyler Booker at number 12 overall in the first round in 2025 filled a need after Martin retired. It's not clear why the Cowboys felt the need to draft an offensive lineman in the first round in 2024. Maybe it's just a lazy scouting department. The Guyton pick is especially underlined after he seemed lost as a rookie and, within the next 10 picks, Super Bowl hero Cooper DeJean, wide receiver Ladd McConkey, 1,149 receiving yards, and interior defensive lineman Braden Fisk, 8.5 sacks, all came off the board and all starred for their teams as rookies. NFL reigning sacks leader Trey Hendrickson wants to leave the Cincinnati Bengals. That is their problem. The Dallas Cowboys have around $32 million under the salary cap. Is that their solution? It's right after July 4th, the slowest time of the year for news in the NFL, with rosters set and training camps still days away. And there's a growing wave of Hendrickson to Dallas speculation, headlines that use words like urged, proposed, and blockbuster to keep the idea afloat. The latest outlet to join the conversation? Last Word on Sports, floating yet another potential scenario that links the Cowboys to the Bengals pass rusher. The Dallas Cowboys have been stacking up on talent defensively ever since they hired new defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, LWS writes. After signing Jack Sanborn and trading for Kenneth Murray Jr., they have some type of life following DeMarcus Lawrence's departure. The hope is that they can extend Micah Parsons, but it would be interesting to see if Dallas could one day get Hendrickson to boost them to a well-rounded defensive line. We've checked with the Cowboys on this. They recognize that this is no more than some fan-run sites playing fantasy football. Hendrickson led the NFL with 17.5 sacks in 2024. He wants a new contract and might hold out of training camp looking for a hefty raise. The Bengals aren't biting yet and gave him permission to seek a trade. But the truth? Hendrickson will likely cost $30 million a year. The Cowboys are currently negotiating a new contract with Parsons. They're not going to dump their entire salary cap on Hendrickson, and they're not in the end going to employ a pair of pass rushers, awesome as a Micah/Trey combo sounds, at a cost of $70 million APY. Also, attempting to link the two by suggesting that Dallas only hopes to sign Micah is bogus. The Cowboys report for training camp July 21st in Oxnard, California, where we hope a Micah deal quiets the ongoing empty media game.